Good morning. I guess I can put all my makeup away tonight, like tomorrow, early tomorrow morning we're leaving. My cousins are coming over at 10:30, so in less than an hour. And we're going to go for brunch. It's going to be Rachel, Shelby, Cam, and I, because everybody else is working now. I look forward to being back with my makeup desk and my mirror and everything. We're going to a place called Morning Bell. Honestly, it's just because they had acai bowls on the menu. My cousin gave me 3 to choose from, and one looked much like fancier, but it was more like breakfasty, and I kind of just want something healthy. Maybe I won't get my 30 grams of protein, but honestly I haven't gotten my 30 grams of protein this whole entire trip, so c'est la vie. And then after that, I don't really know what we're doing. We might go to the zoo, we might go for a walk, we might just play some games here, to be determined. Oh, I thought about driving out to my grandma's house, depending on how far away that is. She is dead, so she doesn't live there. But all her siblings all live around the farms, so we wouldn't be able to walk on her property, but we could do like the lap, like it's like everybody lives on that block, and everybody lives like, it's like my grandma's house, and then her sibling, and it's like over 5-acre farms or whatever. Her siblings, siblings, person, like it's like there's a ton of them there. And so I thought that could be interesting, but if she lives 3 hours away, then that's not gonna happen. But if she lives 1 hour away, then maybe. Yesterday we went to, I think it's called Frederik Meijer Gardens. And it's really, we've been there once before. My Aunt Ruth took us, well, I've been there once before. My Aunt Ruth took me last time I was here. And it has like this whole statue garden, and then it has indoor gardens with themes. So there's like a tropical, a carnivore, Sahara, like all these different ones, Victorian, and desert. And then they also had a butterfly exhibit, but it was kind of like over, so there was only, they said there was only maybe a dozen butterflies left. But my cousin saw 4, I saw 2. We saw some quails, and the kids were like, look at those chickens. I was like, that's so cute. So funny. Basically all of us went to the gardens. We were just missing like a few spouses, and that's about it. And like the people who lived further away, like Kathy's family and Julie's family. But other than that, we had everybody, which was so nice. I couldn't believe we had 13 people, because we went during the day, so you never know like who can take off how much work. So that was really nice because, well, we took off 4 days of work, so it's nice if people can take off 2. Then after the gardens, we went for lunch because it was like 1 or 2 p.m. and they took us to a place, beer bread something. It was good, and it was so funny because I figured out that they are like just discovering truffle fries here, and many of my cousins haven't even had truffle fries before. It was 3 people's first times having truffle fries. Like, where have you guys been? So that was kind of fun. I'm actually really glad they got that experience while we were here, because now whenever they talk about truffle fries, hopefully they'll think about, oh yeah, I did that when we were at this restaurant with the Canadians who were in town. Then we came back here after eating there and having some, what did we order? Cam and I got boneless wings, chicken wings, and they let you have, the dips were on the side, so they let you have as many dips as you wanted. I couldn't believe it. Also, I walked in on a girl going to the washroom. She worked there, and she didn't lock the door. It was like one of those, it said vacant. It literally said vacant on the outside. I'm like, perfect. So I open it, it's not locked, and I start screaming. I was so embarrassed. And she was like, oh, I forgot to lock the door again. Who does that? And so I went, because I realized in that situation it was single stall and it says vacant, I just went to the guy's bathroom, and because I didn't want to see her face when she came out. I was so embarrassed. But I feel like she should have been a little bit embarrassed too. Because who doesn't lock the door in a public washroom? If the public washroom door didn't lock, and I have been in this situation before, I just don't go. Or I find somebody, especially because she worked there, to just stand outside the door and make sure that nobody comes in. One time I did it all alone and I had to ask a stranger, can you just please make sure nobody comes in? Thank goodness it wasn't like our waitress or something. It was somebody else who worked there. Wild. After going to the restaurant, we came back here. We played a game called Codenames, and it was actually so hard. Mostly for the person who's giving the codes. Like I said restaurant because I was first up, and I thought date, check, and pans, because pans are what you cook with in a restaurant. But I didn't see bar. And then there was another one, duck. That was theirs. And so they guessed bar, nope. And then later on they guessed duck. That was their second choice. And my mom was on my team, and I was like, why would I put duck in a restaurant when you know I love ducks? And I was just there, like I went beyond the scenes, and I was like, restaurant, you know, restaurant. And they weren't getting my other clues, my other signals that hello. And so anyways, we lost that round. I also said there was pitch and court, so I said sports. But then there was also pool and I don't know what the other thing was, net. But I just wouldn't, like in my head, I thought of a net like a fishing net, a garden net. Like I didn't even think of a basketball net. And pool, I would just think of relaxing. I didn't think of like the Olympics or whatever, like that it's an actual sport. I just think, you know, floating a margarita. So I'm not the best code name giver. But it was really fun. We played it for like 4 hours. We played it for a really long time. We played it once we got, like our cousins left at one point, some of them, and we started playing it then, and we continued until they came back, and it was hours later. We played it until like 8:40, and we completely, like, we were planning on just doing it until we felt like making dinner, and then we were so invested. They were talking about maybe doing a trampoline park today, and I was like, this is what I've brought for today's outfit. Let's not. Okay, that's everything for makeup, so I'm gonna do my hair and get dressed. Which headband should I do, Cam? Headband 1? Headband 2.
True.
I'm obsessed. Gorgeous. Obsessed. Ended up getting a piece of decor from Michigan, so that's impressive. Wasn't planning it. Hello, Rudy. Hello, Trixie. Yeah, they were like.
So it's a turn.
Why are you on a bean diet?
They're huge. Hi, you big boy.
We're okay. Who are you barking at?
The dog is there. Was it okay to have a chill day today, Samantha?
Yeah, it was needed.
Yeah. Just want to go back.
Metal.
was our last night here. We watched some Clarkson Farm with them, introduced that show to them, and now we're gonna have a fire. Rudy? Sure.
Yeah, how far out? It had like
Get rid of something he wanted.
that starts. You'll.
Because
It's about midnight of our last night. Gotta leave at 4:30 tomorrow a.m. So I'm just packing my bag now so I can just get up and go. It's 4 a.m. Off to the airport we go. Yeah. We just found out we might be stranded. They just said they've rerouted our flight and they can't find any other flights for us to go on. I think my friend just had this problem with WestJet the other time. I said, we can't fly WestJet. Weird. They're forcing us to check our bags. You would think they would plan for everybody to have a carry-on.
Just an update on our arrival time into Toronto. Looks like arriving at about 2:03, 2:04 local time, and to the gate shortly after that, so about 2 hours late. Sit back, relax, enjoy the flight. Apologize for the late arrival due to all this weather. We'll get you there just as fast and safely as possible. Thanks a lot.
Our next flight left without us because this one was 2 hours late. Plus our luggage was checked, our carry-ons, so I don't know how we're gonna get that now. We booked through Amex WestJet and then flew Delta. I don't know why. By the time we get off the plane now, we're 20 minutes. Like if I had waited just 20 minutes, we would have made it, but... Cam ran ahead, leaving me in the dust with this guy who was in the same situation. We're on an old Flair flight, and there's no vomit bags anywhere. Where are the chargers? Where's the chargers?
There are no chargers. Look at his tail wagging.
No cares at all. Hi, Benji. Okay, maybe a few cares, but very minimal. Then we had dinner at Cam's family's place and just relaxed there for a little bit. We ate and talked with them until Eric drove us home. The first thing I did once we were home is watered my garden, see how I was doing. Lots of things grew. But yeah, it was a hot week while we were gone and it needed watered.
Wonder what it would be like to be nonchalant, because I'm extra chalant.